tourists? It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic. Chuck of the Deuce Out Text, baby. Man of Ducks back. You know this it is. Real men rise up, fake men rise up, rule rise up, fake rise up. Proper word preacher preach on. And today's topic we're going to talk about is, I want to show y'all something, man. I really want to show y'all something right here. And you probably thinking, why I'm showing this? Between this 1990, I don't know what year with this movie called Menace to Society. Menace to Society was came out in 1993. I was like least I was have to be at least at 6 years old when this movie came out. That was a long time ago. That was like, ooh man, that was like 30 years ago. About to be 31. And they're gonna celebrate the New Jack City for March the 8th for 30 years. That's a long time. This movie came out 30 years ago in the 90s, or I might be certain for 28, 29, probably 30 years ago. I can be exact. I was at the least at 6 years old when the movie came out in 1983, and my brother was 5, and my sister and them, they had to be at least 16 and 15 at the time. It depends, 17, 18. They born in the late 70s, so 78, 79. When they were 17, 18 at the time, basically. When this movie first came out, man, this film first came out, there was a lot of stir controversy when this movie came out. And I'm going to tell you what. I started to notice in today's today's years right now, there's always some tensions between the Asians and the blacks. And I'm going to break it down to you. The reason why you see some tensions between Asian blacks is two things. Number one, Asians and blacks do not understand each other. That's the first and foremost. Two, I hate when two different racial cultures put one group against the other. I'm going to say this to Asians and blacks. Do not let your group... Hold on for a second. Hold on. Hello? Yeah. I mean... Okay. Hey people, I was just talking to my family members, but like I said, when that movie first came out, there was a lot of racial tensions at that time, man. It was a lot of racial tensions at that time between the blacks and the Asians. But what I forgot, all I meant to say is, do not let your racial group, do not let your racist gatherers put you a pit of another against a race of another person. We all should be seen as human beings, regardless what race or color. I do believe there's color, but the only thing that colors that control every nationality, and that is green, baby. That's money. Every man and woman should know this by now, including the Asians, including the blacks, including whites, and everybody else. But here's the thing. They let the so-called men get up in there and tell you who the hell you really are as a person. The only people that know who you are is your mother and your father and God. So as long as they respect you, as long as you respect them. But if they give you disrespect, you disrespect them back. And it's going to be some fighting and consequences. Somebody going to be died or better yet, going to jail. And it's going to be violence. I do see this a lot. I never went Asian stores like that, but sometimes I used to go to Asian stores and Korean, and so it's Arab stores, but I stopped going because two reasons. Nobody wants to be followed, and another reason is they assume that all blacks, right? Now there are some brothers and sisters that do need to be called out that do stuff to make us look bad. That's a problem. But guess what? Other ethnicities steal stuff too. If they're gonna say we steal stuff, they steal stuff also. So stop stealing people if you assume just one race, but all nationality steal each one another within their other races or within their own. So don't steal if you don't have the money to afford it to buy stuff when you go into a store. Just buy stuff and get out of there. Don't bring no problems. I can't blame some people to protect their stores because let it be brothers and sisters, we would do the same thing. like the Asians do. We'll assume that Asians are going to do something that we expect them to do. And then to do the same thing they assume for us what we're going to do. We got to stop doing this to each other. I do see this a lot. I stopped going to the Asian store because of these reasons, because you know, you do feel like they watch and they following you and stuff. Asians and Arabs been known for doing this, and sometimes white people, but it be your own brothers and sisters that assume that it's just blacks that's gonna do stuff like this. And you know what's so really sad? What's really sad about this? We're in the year 2021. You would think that they still acting like this is back in the 1950s and 60s and 30s and 1930s and 40s and 20s. It's not like that anymore. It still is, but it needs a lot of working to do. Why I'm showing this? I'm showing this because it does happen at times, and especially in the inner city neighborhoods, where when brothers and sisters go into these Korean stores, and I hear this from black people all the time saying they always go into every other business instead of we don't even go business with our own people and doing business for ourselves until we learn how to treat each other and other people treat us instead of treating everyone else. Otherwise, we're not going to get as far like we should. We got a long way to go, though, but it should be. So I understand why brothers and sisters say that. We did have our own business. We did have our own stores. But a lot of times we want to integrate, intermingle with people instead of integrating people at each other. It's like this. A couple of years ago, they didn't want to integrate with us. We want to integrate them. Now, all of a sudden, we don't want to integrate with them no more. Then they want to integrate with us. You start to see how it's changed. Now, let me say this. It does happen. I do stop going to the Arabs corner stores and Asian corner stores because of this. And sometimes grocery stores. Because nobody wants to be watched and followed, and they assume that you're going to do something or going to steal something. And that's pretty sad. They assume it's just blacks. It's everyone. Yes, there's brothers and sisters out there that do steal, that do cause problems and cause trouble. But Asians, whites, and Latinos and other groups, you are not the only one that you always assume is just blacks. It be your group doing that too. You know that there are Asians and whites and Latinos and all these other groups do steal at times. Come on. It ain't just blacks, and you know it yourself. You're not the only one always think this. But I know you don't think it's just it ain't just us, right? No, it's other groups instead of us as well. It be your own group. It's very difficult to talk about this, but we need to talk about this, but and find a solution. Now, I do be seeing some port stories about they saying that blacks attacking Asians and jump them. Maybe so, but at the same time, when the Asians gonna start talking about these shootings going on in our communities and what goes on, the whole police brutality that's going on, and another thing that's going on, separate families. Here's another thing that Asians don't like to talk about. They don't like to talk about at times when you have to go to their store. Even if you don't want to, you rather go to the store within your own folks. But look how we treat not only each other, we treat other people. It's how we're seen and viewed to the world. Go watch that movie Get Rich or Die Trying, and there was a scene where two black kids got shot down by a Korean storeman. And he had a gun in his hand and shot both of those kids down. One got shot in the store, and the other one got shot out there in the middle of the streets. Asians, when you gonna start talking about that? Because it does happen to your communities at times. Y'all silence about that. But let it be two Asian kids being shot by some black Koreans. Let it be two Asians being shot by black park workers, if they were black, shot two wonderful Asian kids that steal stuff from black people. You won't hear much about it. They won't even report that. They won't even put it into an article about these things that happens. Asians, you can't deny it yourself. It does happen at times. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about another incident That does happen in our communities all the time. Rest in peace. I'm a dedication to this beautiful standardization, beautiful queen. Before these LA riots went on, before Rodney King and after it, there was this Asian woman shot this black girl and accused her of stealing a bag of orange juice. Not bag of orange juice, bottle of orange juice. Accusing her. She was 14 and 15 years old. 17, she ain't got the chance. She didn't get the chance to be married. She didn't get the chance to have a husband. She didn't get the chance to graduate. And they took this innocent, standing young girl, beautiful standing young girl's life, and they let the Asian woman go simply because that she was trying to fend her damn store. Are you out your damn mind? Because you got the best of her because because of a damn black girl struck back when you struck her. And I'm going to tell you something else. And the girl turned around and shot her for no damn reason. Her name is Tiana Haddins. Tiana Haddins. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And this is over there to South Central or Compton somewhere. They shot that poor girl for nothing. But let it be an Asian girl being shot by a black corner store or anywhere else. Oh, believe me, they know they wouldn't please by that. And then and hell with that stupid ass judge for letting this woman, this horrified woman go for doing this poor, innocent, poor, beautiful black girl. It's sad, man. And black women were pissed off behind this. And to this day, they're still angry about it. Asian, when you going to start addressing that? But y'all won't address it. Y'all silence about that. If two wrongs doesn't make it right. And I'm not attacking you. I am letting you know. If you're going to say there's some tax between your community, start addressing the tax that's going on in our community. When you do it towards us, we'll do it towards y'all. And maybe there might be some healing somewhere between the Asians and blacks. We, as a brothers and sisters society, we got to stop it. Because we don't, this thing is always going to keep on happening if something don't get done about it. So stand on it. Don't deny it. Confront it. And let's make some changes. Let's do something about it. For it won't be no harm between the blacks and the Asians. Look, I don't want to see Asians being attacked or murdered. Lord knows. And I definitely don't want to see our people being hurt for nothing. Within other races, within our own, and Asians, y'all been hurt within your own race, and then other races as well. So let's start healing each other. Let's love each other, and let's respect each other, and let's make a better world that we at now. For the grace of God, and show the ways of love and show the ways of peace. Nothing else I can say anymore. So I hope you enjoy this video, and hope we make some changes and be a lot more better generations to come on this issue, and we won't have to deal with this anymore. So it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basics. Chuck the Deuces out, Dix Bay. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace. I'm out. All right. Peace.